Can you also describe the conditions that created the 1948 war, the UN partition plan and so on, and what actually happened during the war?
As far as I remember myself, from the very young years, I was dreaming for peace. And I think every Israeli was dreaming for peace. And in 1929 we had terrorists, and Jews have suffered. And then the Second World War, 1939-45, which was a real tragedy for the Jewish nation. And then came the Committee of Peel, which have decided the partition of the country, where the Palestinians got a larger part of the land than what they have now. But they didn't accept it. I remember the first day when we were sitting near the radio and hearing the counting of the votes, who is for that and who is against that. And we jumped and we started to dance. We went to the street, we danced and sang. And 3/4 of an hour after that, they started to burn the Jewish shops in Jerusalem. Means we were happy, and they started a war against us. And don't forget, it was not the Palestinian only. Jordan was the kingdom. They were trained by the British. They have everything that a good organized army has. Egypt was the kingdom. They had a good army, so Syria, so Lebanon, and an Iraqi soldier. And what were we? 50,000, without anything. And we fought. We fought because we believed we are right. And you know what? The greatest time of the Israelis is during the war. This is such a unity, such a strong, deep belief in the heart that we are right. And if we are right, we will succeed. And that's what happened.
Zvi, can you please describe why the Palestinian Arabs left in 1948? For example, were they expelled by the Jews or did they choose to leave?
I was in Jerusalem in a quarter called Katamon. And the borders were two sides of the road. And the Israeli army brought a big truck with huge loudspeakers. And they shouted to the Arabs, please, please, don't leave your homes. Just lift a white flag, and if you have arms, put them outside near the door. Nobody will be touched. And there was another car with huge loudspeakers, belonged to the Arabs. They say, leave your homes, and we will be back in 2 days. You will get your homes back, and not that only. You will have everything belong to the Jews. Leave your homes now. And I have the feeling that the leaders wanted one thing. By pushing the population out and send them to Arab countries like Lebanon and Jordan, put a pressure on these countries in order that they will continue to fight against us. Because there are a few families who remain. Nothing happened to them. In 1967, there was again a war, and nobody escaped. Because they knew the Jews are not killing.
Were the Palestinian Arabs given the opportunity to return to Israel for those that had left?
I don't think it is now possible. I don't think, because you have to know, we were 500,000 Jews in 1948. And there were the same number, approximately the same number of Arabs. But because of the war, independent war, the Jews had to escape from Morocco, from Tunis, from Algeria, from Lebanon, from Syria, from Iraq, from Egypt. They had to escape because these countries started to make them difficult. They were members, or because they were Jews, not because they were Israelis. And they came here. And we have them as refugees. And if you check the number of Arabs who escaped from Israel, or from Palestine at that time, were nearly 500,000. The number of Jewish refugees that arrived from the Arab countries was nearly 500,000. We just exchanged population. With one small difference. When they came, the Jews, we opened our arms and told them, please, come on, you are our brothers. When they went there to the Arab countries, they insist to leave them in refugees camps. Why did all these Arab countries never change anything? They could rehabilitate them after so many years. They had to live in this situation, and the whole world would have helped them. They didn't want. They wanted to leave this problem alive in order to make pressure on Israel to give them back the land. Now, no Jew will go back to the Arab country. And you know, I know Jews who left houses with a lot of money, big houses in Arab countries. They lost everything. They arrived here as refugees without 1 cent. Some of them had succeeded to take a little bit of jewelry with them, but the rest left everything, and they came.